Hello, Gareth All here. Welcome to Clippers and Tippers, all thanks to Tyre Power for another week. Murray's back. Our special guest is the superstar, Nicholas Quinn. He's worked for the Tab, Ladbrokes. He's been part of the SEN track family. He's worked at RSN. He's worked for Sky Racing. He's been one of the biggest names in racing media for quite some time. Nicholas, welcome to Clippers and Tippers.
It's a pleasure to be here, Gareth. Now, our friend here needs a lawnmower to get through this hair, but we'll see how we go.
Now, Murray, you've been because I've been to Murray for how long have I been with you, Murray? 5 years. And I've asked him on several occasions. I said, Murray, is there any chance we could dye my hair?
Not happening.
And he would never let me. He would say there'd be under no circumstances, Gareth, you let it dye your hair. And
Nick goes and gets his hair cut.
Does someone do that professionally or?
Yeah, Maury.
Not me, mate.
He's pretty keen to distance himself from this.
Sorry, man. I'm here to repair.
You know when you have a prang and you take your car to the panel beaters?
Yes.
This is Maury's job today.
You've loved the racing game all your life as we get back on track.
Always loved racing, doesn't always love me back. And we like sitting here and telling punting stories about when we win and have success. But one of my favourite stories is going the other way. A guy that I used to work with, he was self-appointed the worst punter in Australia.
You're not talking about me, eh?
No. You're a very good punter, or you're a very good judge, Gareth. Sometimes the punting leaves a bit to be desired. But this guy was hopeless, loved it, but he got sick of losing. So what he said is, I'm going to pay someone for punting advice. So he went to one of the best punters in Australia. He said, look, I lose all the time. I want to win.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, we'll be conservative. We'll get you going. How much do you want to spend? And he said, I'm going to spend $200 on a race once a week.
Yes.
I said, beautiful. So he found a 5-horse field. There was a $1.50 favourite. He said it can't win. There were two at around the $3.80 mark. He said those two will fight it out. And then there were two at 20 to 1. He said they should be 2,000 to 1. So he had 100 straight out, one at 380, one at 390. Sitting back, the $1.50 favourite wouldn't load, got scratched at the gates. The two that he backed ran the Quinella by 14 lengths, and after deductions, he lost on the race. And that just summed him up. His name is Dean. Dean loves telling that story. It's one of the best, and I enjoy that because even when you win, sometimes you lose.
1-800-858-858. Always gamble responsibly. You're a handy enough punter, Quinny. What about your greatest ever punting story?
Look, when Northerly won the Caulfield Cup, that was a good result. I actually backed him pre-post and he still managed to win.
Is that because Adam Hamilton gave you the exclusive?
I don't think I knew Adam then because I am significantly older than him, as he likes to remind people. But another one down the similar path, the most recent pre-post win I've had on the Melbourne Cup, I backed Efficient. You proud of me, Gareth?
Yes.
Yeah, good. I took $5.50 pre-post. The SP'd at $21. So another example, sometimes you can be right and very, very wrong.
No, that's a loss at the end of the day. It's heartbreaking when you take the unders.
Maybe we should be lying down and telling these stories from therapy.
What's the closest life-changing bet that you've had?
Oh, nothing too extraordinary that I've just missed out on something massive. What about yourself? You would have had a few of those 9-leg parlays that have just missed on the trots.
I remember I was lucky enough to get in a horse called Hector JJ. He was a harness horse, and my great mate Mickey Harvey and I purchased in him with Matty McClellan, who was a great man. Anyway, so he went off to a new trainer in David Aiken. And Aiken said this horse is flying. So for the Inter-Dominion, he was we backed him at 100 to 1 and he was firmed in. He started $1.90 on the night from 100 to 1, which is not you can't get on that much, but it was going to be a good result. I was working for Sky, and Channel 7 did the coverage. I was doing some stuff for Channel 7 that night because it was at Gloucester Park and it was the biggest race. It was worth $1 million. Anyway, Hector JJ, Barrier 9, $1.90 was awfully hard to beat. Race works out perfectly in the first part of the race. He's $1.20 as they go past me with a lap to go. And I've got to interview the winning trainer and driver straight after the race. So I'm in the middle of Gloucester Park. So he's $1.20 as they pass me with a lap to go. And then the horse in front of him chokes down and pulls out of the race. And Hector was a horse that just had a little bit of cover, and he had a devastating turn of foot. He was exposed too far out with no cover. And then Smolder, he headed Smolder as we swung for home. And Smolder was a champion trained by Mark Purdon, who'd won everything leading up to the Inter-Dominion, like New Zealand Cups and the like. And he kicked back and beat us. So I lost the Into Dominion, which was the race I dreamt of winning as a young kid. And the 100 to 1 out the door.
What was that about? 2017?
Yeah. And then I had to go and interview Mark Purdon straight after the race and say, congratulations, Mark. So happy for you to get the job done to win with Smolder. What a mighty horse he is.
I'm not sure if that shows how professional you are, or you could be a hidden serial killer. That you can just put your emotion out.
Yeah, I felt like saying, go and get stuffed, Mark. You win everything. Any chance you can help us backwards?
Yeah, I like the fact that this turned into some light-hearted chat. Now we literally do need the therapy couch chat. Are you going to be all right? You're going to bounce back?
I'll never have a day like that ever again. And the worst part about it is you'll never get an opportunity to win an Into Dominion. It's like the Melbourne Cup. Or you get into a Group 1 race in the thoroughbreds or the dogs or the trots. And it's so hard just to win a race. But when you get a chance to win the Sports Holy Grail and then it doesn't happen for you, we're not like Aussie Kerr and all that I'll have another chance the next year. That'll never happen.
Maury, should we get a pad here and just prescribe him something to get over this?
We got She's an Artist beat last week, which was $1. And then World War was held up everywhere down the straight. Should have finished second each way. So I'm going to play my bet this week, and I feel sorry for Run Harry Run, but he's about $10. I think he can play him each way, so I'm going to go 25 each way. Run Harry Run.
Okay.
That's at Caulfield on Saturday, race 7, Maury.
Race 7 number?
Run Harry Run. Yeah.
Now, have you been watching the trials lately, G-Man?
I've got people to do that for me.
You got people. What have you people said about a horse that goes around Caulfield race 2, number 7, Shadava?
I like that number.
Yeah, they do like it. They do like Run Harry Run's 5.
There we go. Well, that's my play. Race 2, number 7, currently 370 with Ladbrokes. You can even be a little conservative and go each way. Won a trial by 6. I think we should be on it that day.
Tommy Dabinick's in form. Johnny Allen rides. All right, 3. You get $50 straight out?
I'm at 25 each way, man.
It's at 340, Quinny.
Can you lend me 50 for the bet too?
Do it all straight out.
No, I'll lend you 50.
No stealing from the till again.
No. Gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858. It's Maury's till. There's nothing in there.
Lots of IOUs.
Yeah. All right then. And then there's one in the trots on Saturday night at Albion Park. I know, but this is one for you, Maury.
All right. You want me to tip it?
No, yeah, you can tip it. Leap to fame into Oscar Bonavita. You get about $4 there.
Oscar's drawn awkwardly, hasn't he?
No, he's all right. I talked to Mark Purdon on Giddy Up this morning. He says he'll get him straight out, Adam Sanders.
Okay.
Worst drive in history last week, Oscar Bonavita. But he'll bounce back.
There we go. So $4 the double.
Yeah. All right, then. Great job.
I'll do the multi.
Yeah, you do the multi.
5.
Correct. Maury, you enjoy your day. Good luck with Quinny's hair.
Thanks, Nick.
Would you dye it again or not?
No, there's no dyeing.
You're not cutting the colour out, are you?
No, mate.
No.
We'll have some colour left.
That is Clippers and Tippers, all thanks to Tide Power. Good on you, Quinny. We'll see you on Channel 7 on Saturday.
Looking forward to it.
Make sure, can you give Clippers and Tippers a mention?
I will on Saturday, all right? I'll drop it here.
My mate Maury.
Yeah, Maury. Southside Barbers.
Maury Moral.
Yeah.
Barbara on Southside.
Yeah, but you can't get in, Maury says, because he's too busy. But give him some publicity on Channel 7.
No.
Thanks for that. Good on you, Quinny.
Thanks, G-Man.
See you next week.